Hey, welcome back to MurrayMax. This is another fresh and fit video. In this one, we're going to see a chick who's super annoying and constantly interrupts and interjects. And it's going to be a topic regarding how women ruin their chances of her becoming a wife. As usual, I don't watch the videos until now, and so you're watching it with me for the first time.
This is that there's two things. There's no sense of urgency, and women don't think that they need to do anything to attract a guy. Like, the guy's just supposed to fall on their lap. And
I would agree with that. I'd say in modern times, a lot of women just kind of sit back, they don't do anything, and then they over-critique the approaches that are made. It's obviously harder for some guys, much easier for other guys. If you're a rare exception, they'll pursue you, but generally speaking, I think he's right.
They are, though.
guy.
Wait, man, hold on.
Please stop interrupting.
Yes, sir.
So they feel as though, you know, the guy's going to come, he's going to be their dream guy, and then he's going to commit to them all of a sudden. He's going to fall out of nowhere. And then on top of that, like, women don't feel as though they need to learn any skills or put themselves in a position to find this guy. It just should be happening, which I think kind of goes to show how women tend to be fairly delusional. If I'm a guy, right, and I'm like, you know what, I want to go get a girl, like, we have to do things to do that. We got to put ourselves out there. We got to be attractive. We got to get on a dating app. We probably got to take good pictures.
Yeah.
Or we got to go out there and approach them. Like, men have to make overt effort to attract women, but for some odd reason, women don't feel the need to do that on their end. Even when they're in a relationship, it's like, yeah, he's going to marry me, like, you know.
Someday.
Yeah, like, it just feels like you're entitled to it.
Obviously, everybody's different, but generally speaking, I agree with this. I feel like women aren't the ones that go out there and actually make a move. They're not the ones that, which is fine. You know, everyone, we each have our roles to play, and you know that's why guys need to have game. It's not necessarily a bad thing; it's just a true thing. But where it becomes a negative thing, like he's referring to now, is even in a relationship, there might be a complete lack of reciprocation. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.
No, but what about completing the roles as showing that, okay, you're wife material?
Like a fairy.
I don't know about that. But.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it
So,
actually,
like, yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that men have to work to be attractive for women, and we have to do things, versus you guys don't feel like you have to
Who
do
told you
anything.
That's
I
not
work?
true.
Well, I put in work. I feel like I have to cater to my man. I
Me
don't know about other
too.
people. My man is my king, and I feel like I have to cater everything to him.
Period.
And
That girl in the corner that keeps chiming in, she wants camera time so bad. It's so cringy, where she has to keep us going. Period. Me too. Like she has to have camera time. It's crazy. That chick loves attention.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't.
3
get
years
that.
being with you and he hasn't, like, made you his fiance is a big red flag.
yeah.
Huge red flag.
Any man
Look at her. You can see her loading up to lean in every time just to say nothing.
that actually wants to be with a woman will try to marry you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So either something you do,
Because if you don't marry that individual, then that means that they're readily available for the market. So you're trying to secure a wife as soon as possible. So you've been with somebody for 3 years and he's not, like, urgent about it. Probably not going to happen.
That's
I
a
wouldn't
fact.
want him to be urgent about it either, because I've
Why
seen
not?
that happen.
Didn't you say you wanna get married?
For me, leaving a religious background, I'm not in a rush for marriage, because you know why? I've seen a lot of people rush and get married.
If you know, you know.
And the marriage be trash. They're not happy. They're not compatible for. And
What
these
religion?
are people. Christianity.
Are you sleeping out
I'm a
of wedlock?
Christian.
No, these are
Are you
the
sleeping
church
with
I
your
was
man?
going. Yes, I am now.
Then you're not. Then how are you following Christianity? You're not supposed to be
No,
married,
I'm talking
having
about
sex
I'm
outside
talking
of
about
marriage.
people that get married quick. I'm talking about people that just get married so quick, and they don't really be compatible for real.
okay,
I don't
but
believe in that.
but it's been 3 years.
Okay, and I feel like we still got time to get to know each other some more. I'm not in a rush. I don't feel like
Listen,
that's long.
I'm not.
Here-
Here she goes again. She's gonna say period.
I'm not saying he's rough.
I
I'm
don't
saying
feel like that's long.
At some point, he's gonna
She
say, you
can't
know
help
what? All right,
herself.
enough is enough. I'm ready to do it.
Yeah.
But 3 years is crazy.
Oh, 3 years is long to you?
That's crazy. You gotta get to know a nigga.
And the other thing, too, that's interesting is, like, a couple of the girls said, I want to fall in love, right? And I think this is kind of, this is kind of like a modern thing where women prioritize their happiness over, like, a family, right? Like, I said this yesterday. Women will destroy their family for happiness, but men will destroy their happiness for a family, because men, we already know if we come into a relationship, we got to be a provider to some degree. We're going to have to sacrifice. But for some odd reason, like, modern women don't feel like they have to sacrifice. They feel like I could be able to have my career. I can be able to just wait longer. I can do what I want. and I'm still going to find a guy at the end of the line. And I kind of noticed that with, like, you know, no offense to you, the boxer here. And then you also, like, you're in pre-med and you're 28. It's like, you guys think like, oh yeah, my dream guy's just going to come. It's like each year that you wait, your chances are going to drop off, especially if you want to be a mom. Because, like, men are interested in, like, younger, more fertile women, especially if they want to have kids.
And there is some truth to that from a biological standpoint. That is objectively true. You know, a woman cannot get pregnant when she's 60 years old. Of course, you know, maybe you can search the internet and find some rare case where something like that, you know, happens every now and then. But generally speaking, you know, it's a man can keep impregnating women even when he's 65, 70. You know, there's always like these strange dynamics with these really old men who have a child. But, you know, women do have much more of a specific time frame in life. Also, even if you can get pregnant at a later age, a lot of times your chances of a birth defect or things like that, or not carrying to full term, are more likely. Let me know in the comments what you think about that.
And then, like, the other thing you said, where I want to be a mom, but I don't know if I'm going to be that good of a wife. Like, that goes to show the mindset where it's like, I don't even really care about men. I just want kids. Like,
No.
that's another thing that's very
That's not the
interesting
point.
to me.
But that is
And she's Greek, right? Like, I've said this before. Like, this is just, it's not an American attitude. It's like a modern woman Western attitude.
By the way, I don't remember her name, but that chick in the pink jacket, she is a like 2-time world champion boxer and kickboxer, and she's a very, very strong and tough woman. But I think that earlier in the podcast, she must have been saying something about how she just wants kids, doesn't care about a husband or something like that. I don't know if that's correct or not because I haven't watched it, but I do know that they call her something like Pink Tyson or something like that. She's a very, very, very good combat sports veteran.
Like, fuck what men want. We just want kids and we want to be in love. But I don't care about what it takes for me to fall in love. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
you guys
it
are more
does.
interested in what you guys want, not what the man wants.
That's not true.
No, you
I
don't
don't think-
understand the point. It's about self-confidence. You work yourself every day, you improve yourself, and you don't know if you be the right for someone. That I mean.
Trust
I
the
don't
process.
I don't tell if I be, because I'm not married ever. I'm not before a wife. How I know if I be good wife?
I can
think,
tell you. You want to know?
Yeah. tell
Okay,
me.
I'll tell you. So, just like you practiced to become an athlete, you can practice how to become a wife. The Bible says, talking to men, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Not he that finds a woman that has the potential to be a wife. You have to learn and train yourself how to be a wife, and then the man is going to attract themselves to you. So if you haven't been, as a man, I'm telling you this, if you haven't been able to, this idea of a man being magnetized to you is because you haven't developed the qualities that man or that men are looking for.
No, you don't understand. Because I'm a single. I
understand.
cannot plan or
Yes, you
talk
can.
about
Yes, you
that.
can. That's-
No, you can't.
I can't train myself to be a better person, a better woman, a more educated, you know, and that.
There's certain traits, yeah, but you're talking professional, right? So there's certain traits that a wife manifests, and it's things that naturally women don't know how to do, like serving or being submissive.
No, I
or,
know because I grown up in Sparta, and for us, the girls, how they raise us, we be housewives. You know, we have that qualities, that morals, and that principles. We have all that.
I do too.
But just because
Okay, so not only is she a pro fighter and a champion, I guess she's from Sparta, so that makes sense.
I am not married, I don't know. I wish all that I learned and how they raised me to do my husband happy, you know.
So
Luke Belmar is making a good point here. It is true that you can train at anything to improve at anything. You can train to be a better boyfriend, a better husband. At the same time, that means you can train to be a better girlfriend or wife. Yeah, a lot of the chicks on this show that come through here, they could definitely benefit by training themselves to be better girlfriends and wives. That's for sure. With some of the stuff you hear coming off this show, let me know in the comments what you think, and then I'll get another video up here for you guys soon. Thanks.